Hello and welcome to the PRISM III video series that intend to support you as you work with your team to develop your PRISM III grant proposal. In this video, we will discuss the application questions and components for the PRISM III program. If you are looking for assistance with the PRISM II grant application questions, please refer to the PRISM II Understanding the Application Questions video, as the questions may vary. I am Laurie McNally, an ELA Literacy Content Specialist. In addition to hosting these videos, I, along with our team, are here to support you every step of the way during the application process. If you were just hearing about PRISM, it stands for Partnership for Reading Success, Massachusetts. The PRISM II and III grants will support local education agencies, LEAs, including districts, collaboratives, and charter schools, to evaluate, select, purchase, launch, and implement high-quality instructional materials. PRISM II will focus on grades pre-K to 3, and PRISM III will focus on grades 4 through 12. This grant will empower educators with hands-on support, high-quality instructional materials, and expert guidance to bring to life relevant, real-world literacy learning experiences for every student. The objective for this video is to review the questions and components for the PRISM III grant application and to provide considerations for answering the application questions that will assess and demonstrate your LEA or consortium's readiness for and commitment to PRISM III. Before we dive in, it's important to note that your PRISM III grant application is due on Wednesday, May 21st. Applications submitted via email or submitted after 5 p.m. on May 21st will not be considered. Applications must be received on GEMS. We will discuss the proposal team, followed by providing information on the three general sections of the application. Part A, General Information. Part B, Readiness, Commitment, and Interest. And Part C, Literacy Leadership and Professional Development. We will also explore the implications of forming a proposal team, followed by an overview of the three main sections of the application before ending with some pertinent FAQs related to the application questions. Let's begin with a brief discussion about the proposal team. In order for PRISM III programming to be successful throughout and beyond the grant funding period, a variety of stakeholder groups across the community will need to be committed to and involved with PRISM III at the onset. This can start with the proposal team. LEA's consortia might want to think about what success will look like and how they can build a PRISM Council team that is representative of each key stakeholder group that will be essential to PRISM III's sustained success, if awarded. Now let's first go over Part A. Part A is general information. Part A will require you to identify the primary grant contact person. This individual will serve as the main point of contact for any questions regarding the grant proposal. You must provide their name, role, email address, and daytime phone number. You will also need to designate a district or leadership team staff member to lead the PRISM III initiative. This person may be the same as the primary contact, but does not have to be. When selecting the lead, consider their capacity to oversee the initiative effectively. You must provide their name, role, email address, and daytime phone number. Next, you will indicate whether you are applying as a consortium. LEAs may apply as a consortium with at least 3 schools. If awarded, all LEAs in the consortium will participate in PRISM III as a coordinated team within the same grade levels. If applying as a consortium, please list the names of the other participating LEAs. If not applying as a consortium, indicate NA. Now I will go over some key considerations to keep in mind for the questions in this section. Question A10 requires you to specify the grade band for which you are applying, which must be within grades 4 through 12. If awarded, PRISM III funds must be used for activities and materials only within the approved grade band. Question A11 asks you to select the track you are applying for. Track 1 is for LEAs that have completed a comprehensive evaluation and selection process and are ready to purchase high-quality core instructional materials for ELA literacy in summer 2025 for implementation in the 25-26 school year. Track 2 is for LEAs prepared to engage in an evaluation, selection, and purchase process during the 2025-26 school year for implementation in the 26-27 school year. All Track 2 PRISM III districts will participate in DESE's evaluation and selection network. Track 3 is for LEAs that have already evaluated, selected, and purchased high-quality core instructional materials for ELA literacy and are interested in implementation support. Question A12 requires details about the schools participating in PRISM III, including all schools if applying as a consortium, with a maximum number of 15 schools. You will also need to name the current curriculum in place for the selected grade band. Question A14 applies only to tracks 1 and 3. You must indicate the number of professional development days allocated to curriculum-specific training from July 2025 to August 2025, with a maximum of 2 days. Question A15 asks you to confirm that curriculum data has been reported for your LEA or consortium as outlined in the RFP. Follow the provided link and step-by-step instructions in the RFP to complete this requirement. Additionally, regardless of the grade band for which you are applying, you must select the early literacy screening assessment tool used in grades K through 3. LEAs receiving this award for ELA literacy will be required to participate in research efforts, including providing student-level assessment data from the approved early literacy screening assessment tool that is administered in all schools during the award period. DESE will request that data be submitted by June 30th of each year awarded. DESE will analyze the statewide data collected for research purposes, including evaluation of this program. Analysis will comply with the state and federal confidentiality laws. Now let's move on to Part B. Part B consists of 3 questions. If applying as a consortium, address each participating LEA in your responses, ensuring clarity and detail while incorporating relevant data where applicable. You will be asked to explain why your LEA or consortium wants to participate in PRISM III. If applying for Track 1 or Track 3, you must describe the process that you use to select the high-quality instructional materials you plan to purchase or have purchased. Clearly outline the roles of individuals involved and the criteria used in the selection process. Consider detailing how the need for new materials was assessed, how materials were evaluated, and how they were determined to meet the needs of all of your students. If you participated in the Implement MA Evaluation and Selection HQIM network for ELA literacy this school year, please upload your progress tracker to the related documents section of GEMS. Refer to the HQIM Evaluation and Selection Guidance one-pager for more details. Finally, you will describe any literacy achievement disparities based on race, socioeconomic status, language status, and/or disability status within your school or schools. You will also outline steps taken in recent years to promote equity and literacy achievement. Now let's move on to Part C. Part C has 4 questions. If you are applying as a consortium, please address each participating LEA in each response. Your proposal should include as much clarity and detail as possible. Please include relevant data where applicable. First, let's talk about literacy leadership. Does your LEA or its schools already have a literacy leadership team? If so, describe the roles represented, such as the district administrators, instructional coaches, special education lead, multilingual learner specialists, principals, etc. Highlight how the team collaborates to drive literacy improvements. If no formal team is in place, explain who is responsible for literacy teaching and learning, whether it's principals, curriculum directors, or teacher leads. Discuss how these roles will evolve to support the implementation of high-quality instructional materials. Be sure to outline the principal's role in instructional leadership. Explain the systems that are in place, such as professional learning communities, data-driven decision-making, and/or coaching structures that support principals in leading HQIM selection and implementation. Now let's focus on professional learning. How many contracted days or hours will be available for teachers to engage in learning and planning in the 2025-26 school year? If your schools already have common planning time, specify how much will be dedicated to launching the new curriculum in its first year. If not, describe how you plan to structure professional learning to ensure a successful rollout. Share your vision for evolving professional learning structures, whether through instructional coaching, peer collaboration, or job-embedded training to support the new curriculum effectively. Equity is at the heart of PRISM III. Based on your school's specific context, what supports will educators need to skillfully use the new curriculum to close literacy gaps for historically underserved students? Consider students with disabilities, multilingual learners, low-income students, and students of color. Describe the professional development, coaching, or instructional strategies that will equip educators to meet these students' unique needs. Stakeholder engagement is also key to successful implementation. Reflect on past initiatives where you've successfully involved diverse groups such as families, community organizations, educators, and students, and describe those efforts. Now outline how you have in the past planned to engage a diverse group of stakeholders in PRISM III. Consider forming an advisory committees, hosting community forums, or gathering teacher and student input. Demonstrating meaningful engagement will strengthen your application. Lastly, for Track 1 proposals only, you will need to submit an itemized quote from the publisher for the cost of the purchase of your selected high-quality instructional materials. You must upload the itemized quote to the related document section of GEMS. Now let's review some frequently asked questions. As a reminder, there is an additional frequently asked questions document posted on our PRISM website. Can the primary grant contact and the PRISM III initiative lead be the same person? Yes. The primary grant contact and initiative lead can be the same person, but they do not have to be. When selecting the initiative lead, please consider their capacity to effectively oversee the project. You must provide the name, role, email address, and daytime phone numbers for both roles. For Track 1, what additional materials do I need to include as part of my application? For Track 1, you will need an itemized quote from the publisher for the cost to purchase the selected HQIM. This opportunity will fund up to 50% of the cost to procure materials, up to $400,000. You must upload the itemized quote to the related document section in GEN. The quote should include the following: a description of the curricular materials, individual prices for each item, and the total cost, including taxes and shipping to ensure an accurate representation of total expenses. any applicable discounts or special offers. If applicable, you will also need to upload the DESE's Implement MA Evaluate and Select High Quality Instruction Materials Network Progress Tracker to the related document section of GEMS as well. Third question, what data reporting requirements are included in the PRISM III grant? LEAs receiving PRISM III funding for ELA literacy must participate in research efforts by providing student-level assessment data from an approved early literacy screening assessment administered in grade 3. This data must be submitted annually to DESE by June 30th. This collected data will be analyzed for program evaluation while also complying with state and federal confidentiality laws. As we come to the end of this video, let's discuss what further opportunities for support are available for you during the application process. If you have any questions about eligibility, competitive priorities, the application questions, or just PRISM III in general, please email me at lauriebmcnally@mass.gov. If you're looking for a more personal experience, you can register on the PRISM website for our weekly office hours, which will be held every Tuesday from 3 to 4. Please note that you must register beforehand. The PRISM website also has other resources for information. You may look there for updates, access to other videos in this series, an updated FAQ, one-pagers, and other guidance documents as well. For more information, here is a QR code to visit the PRISM website. And you may contact me, again, Laurie B. McNally at mass.gov, for any questions you may have. Thank you for watching and best of luck with your PRISM III grant application.